Welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, Innkeeper, and this is your live call-in talk show all about the Wheel of Time Season 3 and everything that's been happening, really. I mean, I was like, hey, let's do our episode breakdown, and as Innkeeper Hatch and I were planning this, it's like, I think I'm just going to have a chill night at the inn. We're going to do an episode breakdown, but I'm probably going to recap a lot of the stuff that we've seen over the last week, I think. And then we'll actually do with the episode breakdown is look at the trailer and try to match it to the 8 episodes that we know the names of, and 2 that we know kind of land somewhere in between there. So a little bit of recap, a little bit of episode breakdown, and I'm just gonna have the call lines open. So if you want to call in and talk about any specific thing that we're talking about today, call, let us know. And to discuss all of that with me, 2 wonderful guests with me, joining Brian the Gleeman. Ooh. And let me make sure our other guest is right here. Ooh. Yes, there you go. Melissa KJ is there. Hi. Welcome to the Dusty Wheel. I think
my internet was acting up, so I'm on my phone. So
okay.
hopefully you can hear me and all. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. It's kind of a little laggy, but
Yeah.
it'll probably kind of. I think it'll be okay. Brian, how you
Yeah.
doing? Brian, you okay? You can you hear me? Wait, can people hear me? No, Brian.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
Sorry. I was on top.
Were you just like eating your pretzels and?
I was eating my thing and I was just waiting for more shenanigans and I just wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
So
I'm
have
here.
have
Before we get started, I do want to do a shout out congratulations to Ninja Librarian who got a promotion to assistant professor. So congrats to Ninja Librarian out there.
congratulations.
Thumbs up.
That's awesome. Let me see. Let me just find it here. Um, it's like Enos is so good at these episode puzzles. I hate to like disappoint that I just haven't had time to like get all the pieces together. But we have a little bit planned, so at least we'll be able to do some of that. I saw something here that this too again, Ninja Library. I love how both English put emphasis on the word this. This was part of the initial kind of what do you like
The Dusty
the
Steve. Yeah, you
yeah
practiced.
well not just that, like when you like you go to innkeeper training, that was like
Yeah.
that's
There's a
how
whole
you
class
say
on just
yeah
this.
exactly. It's like
There's
there's this
there's
whole
the class on being 7 minutes late.
yep
And there's a class on the this emphasis.
exactly.
The impetus, if you will.
There you go. The emphasis. There's one other that I wanted to. I saw Kevin say something. You innkeepers have been busy lately. Yes, we have been, and it's not gonna stop. I think. All right, innkeeper orientation. Thank you, retired to something. That's exactly what I was what I wanted to say. Innkeeper orientation. Melissa, first time at the inn. Welcome. If you don't know Melissa KJ,
Thank you.
if is always in chat. I think.
I'm always in chat.
Yeah, and if you've been to JordanCon, you probably maybe had a conversation. If not, Melissa has been there at least as far as I can remember the last few years.
Yeah, about the last 3 years, maybe something around there. So,
Yeah.
and I'll be there again this year.
All
So,
right. And that we were just talking about this offline. It's a week. The week after the finale is JordanCon. So if I'm planning to be there, Brian, right? Are you at JordanCon? Yeah. Innkeeper Hatch is
I
going
will
to
be
be
at
there.
Jordan Con.
Yes, yeah. That'll be a lot of fun. And if you see Brian at JordanCon, say happy birthday, because
That's a great idea.
yeah, definitely say
I
happy
won't
birthday. Yeah. All right, Ryan, have you been up to date with the news today? Did you see? What have you
I
seen?
saw the posters. I have not been privy to any conversations about them.
All right. Okay, let's do this. Let's take a few days. Let's go a few days before today. I don't know when this was because I've been traveling recently, so it's good to be back. I've seen the trailer like 25 times the day it came out, and maybe like 3 times after that. So we're gonna watch the trailer too again a few times. This came, I feel like yesterday. The Wheel of Time tweeted Awaygate. Let me make sure if this is showing okay. There you go. Awaygate to season 3, episode 1 is opening early on March 8th. You never know what the wheel might also weave. And RSVP there. That's the link. Someone, the mods, if you could put that link in chat. This is a fan event that you can sign up to, and it's like a live premiere of episode 1. So it's like, the way I thought of it, this is like they're telling us, how you used to watch TV like on TV because it only was at that time. This is like that, right? Like it's on that Saturday at I forget the exact time of it. I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern. They're going to play it online if you sign up and you get a link, which you will if you sign up. And you go to that website and you watch. And I think they're saying some other stuff. So let me end my poll here. So I asked, we'll talk about what He Who Tweets with Dawn and Ray for teasing for tomorrow. I'll show you that. And Elida clip is 57%, and Brian's like, I don't know what this is about. We'll get to that. But let me ask, what do you think? They kind of said here. Let me go to you, Melissa, first. You never know what the wheel might also weave. What's our poll answer for that? What are they alluding to here as far as other things we might see?
I
Season 4
think
announcement.
Okay. Brian's like, let me just get that out there. Okay, all right.
I
Yeah.
gotta get it out there. Season 4 greenlit.
Okay.
well, that's a given. That's a given. But
Okay.
I think that they will. I think it's going to be something with Elida or Elida, whatever you want to pronounce it. I get I think now would be the perfect time to introduce, Elida with Shora and, get her face and her name out there. Because to me, she's the big draw for season.
Okay.
She's kind of the big get, for season
Right.
3.
Right. So no, this specific. I'm asking specifically for the March 8th event. So
Oh, the March 8th
yeah,
event.
yeah, yeah. So when they do the premiere for the first episode, I wonder, 'cause it says you never know what the wheel might also weave. ... Like it feels like there's another announcement of sorts. And see, season 4, yes, of course. What else will the weave wheel?
Yeah.
What else will the wheel weave on March 8th? All right. Okay. Cool. Season 4 greenlit. Yes, of course. Let's see. What is we get August Origins? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
A cast,
gonna.
a cast interview, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So cast interviews. Okay, I like that.
I am there.
Let's see. Season 4. What else? What else are people saying? Oh, the website now has a countdown too. Oh, the is that Rajesh that March 8th event? Let's see. Yeah. Season 4. 4. Oh, okay. I like this. Season 4 and 5 greenlit. Interviews from this weekend. Oh, so they drop the Q&A with Innkeeper Hatch on that day. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, let's show people that. Remind that the Innkeeper Hatch and a lot of other fans will be at will be in London for this exclusive fan screening of episode 1 this Saturday. And there'll be a Q&A after that with Rosamund Pike. Rafe Judkins is going to be there too. And when you sign up for this, it says, and special guests. So there's other people who might be there that they haven't kind of announced. But yeah, that is definitely happening on Saturday. So if they are filming that and there's a Q&A in that, then will they be showing that Q&A on March 8th? Yeah, that's actually a good shout out. So that's, I'm going to bundle that into cast interviews. Is there a fourth option other than season 4 being the fourth option? I'd put season 4 greenlit origins, cast interviews, Natasha. Andrew's just like Natasha.
Merch. They're announcing a line of merch from Louis
So
Vuitton.
that line of food, definitely cold open of season 1, 100% convinced. We're talking about March 8th.
Season 3, him and Susan.
No, but definitely cold open, even if it's cold open of season 3. If they're doing episode 1, we would have seen it. So
Could be the cold open for episode 2.
Cold opens are episode 2. Yes.
Think outside the box.
Yes. Natasha and Hatch. Okay, I like that. And Ashman, welcome. Happy Watt Wednesday. Yes. It feels like it's like Watt every day now. It's not just Watt Wednesday.
Every day is Watt Wednesday now.
There you go. That's what is this merch thing? Yeah, I think merch is merch. Merch. There you go.
Real merch.
Real merch. More merch. Yeah. All right. I like this. Conspiracy.
It'd be great if they did merchandise that was like other shows, but like Wheel of Time themed. So like Flicker, but like Friends, but like Wheel of Time themed, or like Breaking Bad, but Wheel of Time themed. And there's all merch that look like other shows. But
someone
it's just
hire
Flicker
Brian,
merch.
please. Amazon, Sony,
hire me.
And please do that. People will buy this. Merch is coming in August. Is what Mr. Arzam is saying. Yeah, so
I would be happy with like a Funko Pop. I know not everybody likes the Funko Pop, but I would be cool with a Funko Pop. Could you imagine like the Funko Pops for Wheel of Time? That would be pretty cool.
I mean, like, remember we had that one like Lego like retweet or Insta something by the Wheel of Time account a while ago, and there's this one like it was like it's like E3 but for Lego. It's like is how I remember it, and I remember I was at work and I watched the whole thing hoping there's going to be a Wheel of Time drop, and there wasn't. I feel like that's like 3 years ago or something. It was before season 2. Yeah. Something more than nothing, because we have nothing really right now.
Other than the collaboration with another brand,
right?
Like
so someone who knows what they're doing, right? Yeah, someone who knows what they're doing as far as merchandise.
Yeah, someone who knows what they're not Amazon, but somebody who knows what they're doing. We should.
Yeah. The Waygate, yes, the Waygate. We need like, like that's the number of people who have like books behind them on a shelf that want Waygates to bookend that. Like, yeah, we totally want that. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Let's see. So there's that event. What Rafe said about the March 8th, he said, I'll be there March 8th. You can watch episode 1 of season 3 almost a week before anyone else, but only during this live event. So that's why I signed up for it. And he said, let's make it the biggest fan event in Amazon history. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like if the showrunners is asking you to do that in Amazon history, like I feel like that's like, do this for the show. This is, I feel like that's kind of like saying the numbers, the optics matter. So I would highly recommend people to sign up. And even if you can't watch, maybe like put it on if you can and not watch.
Just log in and have
just log in. Right, exactly. If you feel like you can't actually watch, just signing up for it and having it play, which is hard. Maybe I understand where people are like, no, I want to have an experience. I want to watch the first episode in a watch party or whatever that may be. But if you can do that, it might make sense. I don't know. I plan on we plan on doing a guide on around it as we do, because it's episode 1 and we have to talk. We'll do a watch party and we'll talk about it. So that's I feel like in the last 2 days we had that, and then earlier today, we got posters. We got new posters. So this was the announcement by on Instagram by the Wheel of Time account. And it says tomorrow, everything begins to dissolve. So, that other than actually, seeing Swan and Code dissolve, Brian, do the words, like what do those words mean to you when you hear tomorrow everything begins to dissolve? As far as like what are they teasing?
So I think what they're doing is they are taking a dig at all the salty non-fans out there and saying, season 3 is going to be so great, your salty tears are going to dissolve, and you're going to love it.
Okay, so this is to all the haters out there. Is that
All the haters?
Yeah.
This season's going to change your mind.
Okay. Melissa, like tomorrow.
Wouldn't it be great if I was right? Wouldn't that be great? Rafe is like, he gets me.
I'd rather there's actually something for fans. But yeah, Melissa, what do you think? Like tomorrow,
Look, it's
everything.
not always about you, honest.
Not me. It's not me. It's everyone out there who wants merch. Tomorrow, everything begins to dissolve. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, what could they be alluding to that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking that it could be um it might be some sort of merch launch or maybe some sort of contest or something like that, something that will get, you know, that will get some fan activity going
Fan
and
engagement.
buzz around it or stuff, fan engagement, that sort of thing. So, everybody likes the giveaway, everybody likes the contest. So maybe it
Right.
could be something like that.
Yeah, that's an interesting because what Rafe said in kind of in his story on Instagram. So this was a post he put out. He said, "Is the White Tower crumbling?" And then that's a question mark. And what an incredible honor to have multiple Academy Award, Golden Globe, BAFTA, Tony, and Olivier Award nominated and winning actresses representing Wheel of Time's Aes Sedai. And that like makes a lot of sense with the posters. And then I thought back and I'm like, oh, Min was there too, and Min is not an Aes Sedai. So like it's like it's the all the posters were White Tower related.
Yeah.
So it was definitely interesting
True.
that they're all talking about crumbling, dissolving, and then Rafe in his story said the White Tower will never be the same once Shoriak Dashul arrives. Keep your eyes peeled tomorrow. And then like a moon face. And that, definitely is like a like there
So
is
what
something.
they're really saying is all of these women are Ashley Lamphere in disguise.
Like
Because
it's
she's
not
the daughter of the Moonface.
right. I mean, that like that is definitely
But
a
is that a sun? Well, I guess I only was able to catch part of the stream this morning, but is that a
Mhm.
sun or a moon?
so,
Am I
so
opening
no
up a can of worms?
no. I mean, like we did a poll, right? We did sun or sunt, right?
Okay.
And it was like 70 something percent that said sun. So
Okay.
if you go into your what are these? These are not emojis. Are these emojis? I was or
Yeah, they're
emoticons. Is
emojis.
that even
Yeah.
call it that anymore?
Emojis. Emoticons are something different.
Oh really? Okay, good.
Yeah. Emoticons are like the text versions of them.
Oh,
Emojis are
oh,
the art versions of them.
okay. Wow. Yes. Okay.
Dropping facts at the end,
I know.
y'all.
I was like, it blew my mind. I like stopped talking there for a second.
We saw it
But
happen in real time.
right, I know. But yeah, so Dana Lewis saying I still maintain that it is a sun on Instagram. But like, if you go on, like, I went on my phone in my messages and I went to the emojis. I put moon, and that's like one of the moons. I put sun, that didn't show up. So, like, I feel like my phone knows what it's
The
talking
sun
about.
has rays, has sun rays on it, and then the
Right,
moon has
exactly.
rays. That's what I thought.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, we could do this again. I mean, there's no reason to not pull this again, right? Um, I mean, let's.
But doesn't the sun have like
Rays,
things around? You know what I'm talking about? The little
rays.
rays.
Yeah.
Oh, Aes Sedai are raised to the Shaw. Suns
Right,
have rays.
right,
I'm
but
like stretching here. Season 5 confirmed.
the
Woo!
season 5
Uh,
confirmed. All right, that is totes a moon. It's a full
Yeah.
moon. It's like proven by Andus's phone. Yeah, exactly. My phone said so. This is so true. But you assume Rave knows what the emoji is. Rave does say, like, he's like on record saying so many times that, like, if he can make his like phone work, or if he can, like, get the technical side of things, there's never a good reason not to do a poll. You're right. You're so right there, Vashi. All right. Cast interviews is what seems like what people think the Wheel will weave. In addition to the premiere of episode 1 on March 8th. And then season 4 greenlit. Hey, 34% hair, want that. I feel like more, that should have been more. Because I think we're going to get cast interviews. If you've been following on socials, people have been dropping screenshots and stills of pairings of actors. And I think someone has mentioned it's sometime next week that the embargo is going to be done. So yeah, so that is coming. But does Rafe know? No, I'm not going to ask if Rafe knows what a moon emoji is. Is it? What did Rafe mean to post? Yeah, I'm gonna make it even.
what do you mean to post?
Yeah, like sun or moon, or not. What did Rafe post?
Sun, moon, potato.
Yeah, I mean there is a potato reference, right? What did Rafe post on Insta? Sun or moon? And then yeah, the
Yes.
yes, he did say peeled, right? So the peeled is right there on with
Yeah.
Varen. And again,
I'm gonna vote moon.
moon. Okay, good. Yes, that is
I'm
that
voting
is
moon as well.
what we here at the Dusty will believe is the moon, because not just because of land fear, but because
Yeah.
Well, it's always because of land fear.
it's always because of land fear. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, we did Sunt already this morning, and Sunt, like, Sunt would have won this, and I just want to get an actual answer from people. There will be people who say Sun here, I'm sure. But yeah, they've said dissolve, they've said crumble, they've said peeled. I feel like there was a few
Dissolve.
others. Shora Agdashu put out this. Again, the same poster. Discovering Elida piece by piece was fascinating. Slipping into her lavish costumes was exhilarating, and wearing her shoes felt surprisingly comforting. ...
These
And
are
I was
all
like,
cooking terms, so I think Laris has been confirmed as a character in the White Tower.
wait, where are you getting lavish? Is that where you got the?
Laris.
I know, but like,
No, peace. Like
oh,
pieces of food and crumbling of food and dissolving of things and other things and
peeling
peeling of potatoes and carrots and apples and oranges
and his
and
White Tower
whatever. Like this is
posters.
food.
They're
And the
going
White
to
Tower
announce.
posters,
I
and
got it.
Laris is the cook, the
Okay.
head cook at the White Tower.
they're going to announce a Wheel of Time cookbook.
Wheel of Time cookbook.
And it's
Yes.
just persimmons.
Persimmon.
101 ways to make persimmons.
When the name of the cookbook is When the Persimmons Are in Season. Like that's
Yes.
what you have to do. When they're in season, you pick up that cookbook and
Yeah.
you have
And you've
persimmons.
got
I think.
101 ways to make them.
Yeah, that is peeling. Oh, peeling
Peeling
equals
is shredding.
shredding. That is good. But
Is it really, though?
Is it though?
Mm.
I don't think peeling.
I've never been to a
so
barbecue place
First you
that had
peel,
peeled
then you
chicken
shred. Right? You don't,
sandwiches.
it's not the same. I would say you peel and then you shred.
Yeah, they're separate things.
But that's
Peeling leads
good.
to shredding.
Peeling leads to shredding. That is true. Honey cakes, yeah, we definitely need that.
Mhm.
Chorizo gets the fandom. She's already talking about footwear. Yeah, she totally
Yeah.
gets it. Yeah, that is good. So yeah, that was what Shora said. And then I think there was more. Yeah, here. Jennifer Chun Garcia, the keeper, said, there you go. We are always more afraid than we wish to be, but we can always be braver than we expect. Robert Jordan. And I'm like, I didn't get time to really find who says that and where, unless it is Liana who says it. But yeah, we are always more afraid than we wish to be, but we can always be braver than we expect. And is that just a quote out of the like random Liana quote, or is there more to it based on what they're teasing here? Because all of the people, like not all, but most of the people who are on this said something. I feel like Kiara said something too. I can't find it now. Let me find it for you.
Kevin would know if he was here, but
Yeah, Kevin might be here actually. You know, he
dropping the
might.
ball, man.
Let's find Kira Coveney. Kira Coveney. There she is. She said, "Soon everything begins to dissolve." So there's another dissolve there. Soon everything begins to dissolve is what Kira said. So I don't know. This is
Seems significant.
Dana, that sounds like a Winnie the Pooh quote. I think the one the Robert Jordan that Jennifer Chen Garcia said. Yeah, yeah.
Look,
I don't know.
if I were Robert Jordan, I would take that as a compliment.
Actually, that's like what book was that? Because someone can oh, there you go. Lord of Chaos 33 Courage to Strengthen. Who says that? No one Garden. That is awesome though. You're like if you're actually like you know that just by hearing it or today. Oh, okay, there you go. Sorelia waited only a moment longer. Think on Terry. This is Lord of Chaos, so I'm gonna not read it until I've read it, because our spoiler is until the end of book 5,
Okay.
The Fires of Heaven. But yeah, if Sorelia is saying it, we are always more afraid than we wish to be, but we can always be braver than we expect. Hold on to your heart, and the Aes Sedai cannot harm what is really you, your heart. That is so interesting. Why is there a Sorelia quote that Jennifer Chun Garcia saying, who's the keeper, and is in reference to the Aes Sedai not being able to harm what is really you, your heart? Yeah, that's just maybe a cool quote. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. No, you did. I just wanted to be sure that I wasn't putting on like so a spoiler thing on the screen. All right. So yeah, they've teased it enough, so it has to be something tomorrow. I see a lot of people. Yeah, Oliver's like, sure, she has read up to Lord of Chaos at least. Nice. All right. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to end this poll. kind of this is very similar to the sun sunt poll. About 72% say this is the moon, which is sun not or sunt. And a good 27% still keep thinking this is oh Aes Sedai gonna be harming each other. Sure, yeah, we know that. People are
Speaking
talking
of that,
about
should we watch them harm each other?
we are going we are going to, yes.
Yeah,
Let's
let's.
you want to watch the trailer? Is that you wanting to watch the trailer? I think that was
That's
you
me
wanting
wanting
to
to
watch.
watch the trailer.
Yes, let's do that.
I'm
Um,
trying to be nice about it. You saw right through it.
yeah.
So
All right. If you haven't seen the trailer in like a few hours, we're gonna watch the trailer. All right. Here you go.
The world is changing.
A tide sweeping us along against our control.
We cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have control.
This tower is destroying itself from the inside out.
If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor, he will lose the last battle.
There's not enough air in the world to deal with this.
They'll just come for Rand. They'll come for all of us.
We're going to the last place anyone would ever look for me.
You do not belong here.
Our people have been waiting for the Karakarn's arrival. To think it might be you.
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
Do you love her?
What did you see in the rings?
In every future where I lived, Rand dies. And the only way he lives is if I don't. We don't win battles with politics and prophecies. We win with armies.
Get ready! Archers! Loose!
Make them believe in you, and they will follow you to the ends of the earth.
This is what I was born to do.
Time, right? So I saw Max Silva, destroying itself from inside out is immediately followed by Alana exploding pavement. And that effect looks a lot like the rubble in the dissolving in today's posters. Okay, I like that. Okay, so this is what you're referring to here. That if this is what they're getting at as far as the appearance of everyone crumbling like bricks, I feel like they've done a good job of saying that we'll see this. Do you think there's something here, Melissa, as far as how the dissolving of the posters seems like the breaking up of the pavement, the Tarvalon pavement? Is that what it's trying to show?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, it could be that. I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out the dissolve, and what
Right.
that means. But I don't know if it means like the pavement is um I don't know, that seems more like a breaking as opposed to a dissolving. I think the dissolving is just the White Tower.
Oh, I just
You
noticed
know, the
something.
White Tower falling apart, you know?
I,
That's kind of what that's what
yeah.
I'm getting.
So if you look at this here, oh sorry, I have to show. This is like the funny part where it's like, look at this thing I'm looking at, but I should show it. Do you see the small bits of pieces of rock flying around here? Like you can see, like even hair, like next to Swan, underneath Leandrin. It's just
Hmm.
like next to and then like here where the door is, and it's like all these small crumbling pieces. Like that right there is. I mean, I don't know if it's dissolving, but like that looks so much like the.
Well, it's definitely breaking apart. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
like it looks so much like basically what this looks like, right?
yeah.
Like um
I
and
don't know,
a
I think
lot
just
of
when I think of dissolve, I think of going to like dissolving into liquid as
right, yeah.
opposed to breaking apart. So
The sea folk are
that's
coming.
what's throwing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Maybe, maybe.
dissolving is really that Talron-Rayod effect that they've used it with Ishamael and Lanfear's definitely used it. Um, yeah, there's definitely dissolve makes you think of that, but I don't know why the way it looked. And I'm just looking at uh, on Instagram. People, thank you for joining us. I just saw a comment there. I think the trailer is to parallel the White Tower crumbling. That's Ahins
Mhm.
2014. Yeah, again, the
Yeah.
White Tower crumbling, dissolving. Keep your eyes peeled. They're definitely like hinting at something to do with what now, at least just by looking at this, caught my eye that it looks somewhat somewhat like this. All right, so let's try to do a little bit of kind of a breakdown. So this first kind of picture, kind of still or scene that shows, oh, even the Prime logo is dissolving. I don't know if I noticed that before, but that's
Oh, it's
also
blowing it's blowing in it's like the sands of time. So
yeah,
it's blowing
yeah,
away. Yeah.
yeah. That also is yeah. I didn't. I feel like maybe they've been going with this kind of thing for a little while. Um, um, Someone's like the blue Aja gets dissolved. Vashi. Yep, yeah, exactly. But yeah, you see Rand, Ruark, and Aiel walking, and this seems definitely farther on in the season, right? So this is the Isle Waste. The two places you could put this is either on the way to Ruidian or um, what do you call um, after
Alcadal.
Ruidian, right? Al-Kardal. Is there anything that we can see based on this, Brian, that makes you think it's one or the other? Um, we've seen Rand kind of walking into this and like saying right here, this is what I'm born to do.
He's at the front.
Mhm.
Rand is at the front, and so maybe that implies a position of power or respect that he might not have on his first journey.
Okay, right.
So
So
maybe I would put it later just because of that.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. So if he's leading the Aiel, then he's now been to Ruidian and has the dragon tattoo. So they're like, okay, if he's with the Tardad Aiel, and then he says this, likely to, the Aiel who are gathered. We see that in a small still. I'll bring it up in just a second here. Where did it go? There. you see, like a bunch of them kind of looking down, and then they're walking somewhere, and the kind of dunes look the same here, and then
You remember the teaser from December when they had Rand walking with somebody toward that big crowd?
Right.
That's the same place. I think they're in the same place in both shots. For all three shots.
So what you're saying is you want to see the teaser, is what I heard. So I'm gonna play it, and then I'll
not gonna fight you there.
If you must.
Time. The world is changing.
Who knows how deep the Shadow's roots have taken hold here?
I have seen 1,000 futures. In every future where I...
All right, so I'm just gonna pause because that, right? Is that
that shot right there?
Exactly, yeah.
So
and
he's walking toward that big crowd from the trailer.
Yeah, you can see the crowd.
He's in front.
Yeah.
Now that big crowd wouldn't be there if it was his first time.
Right. Yep, totally. So we're thinking, towards the end of the season, like 7, 8.
It's got to be real close to the end.
Yeah.
Right.
6, 7, 8.
Right. All right, let's keep watching.
Where I lived.
I mean, just going back, this right here, Moraine and Rand, again in the Isle Waste, this seems, there's
Probably
a tent,
earlier.
like Cold Rock's Hold, so it's likely earlier.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard to tell if this is before or after Rhuidean, but if you see his arms there, you can't see more, so I feel like this is before.
I think it's before where they're talking, they're talking about going to Iridian.
Right,
what
exactly.
Yeah, they're about to be told to go to Rhuidean.
Right, exactly. Yeah. What we hear in the trailer, I think it's Melaine. It doesn't sound like Bear's voice. That every step forward is a step backward. So that's something that one of the wise ones probably tells Rand in terms of what to expect. So yeah, totally. Let's keep watching here.
Rand dies. And the only way he lives is if I don't.
Ooh, the bubble of evil is also like dissolving. Okay, I just noticed that. But yeah, this again is the other kind of similar thing that we just saw, where Rand's kind of looking up and saying, "This is what I was born to do." Again, seems more like later when he actually is like he who comes with the dawn. And
Well, I mean, this is very clearly Al-Qadar,
right,
because
Mm-hmm.
Couladin's there, and they're,
Yeah.
So that's definitely later too.
right, yeah.
That might be even like that's the ending scene to whatever episode, like 7 or
Yeah, I
maybe
mean, it's probably right. Like, like this is the showdown, so to say. Before the final kind of fight, whoever
or
it
he
may be.
announces himself. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Right. Do you see another shot there of the Aiel kind of standing there? Now Rand takes off his kind of shirt, and he's looking up. So I think it definitely like fits within that. Later, probably like episode 7. It could be episode 8, but like start of episode 8, that kind of thing.
I think they would show us stuff from episode 8.
Say that again. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, like
You think they would show us stuff from episode 8?
yeah. Like I wouldn't.
Did they do that in the first 2 seasons?
No.
I feel like the finale you hold pretty close to your chest.
Yeah, I mean, I totally think that's something you would do. They did show us a lot of the Battle of Two Rivers, which I feel like is going to be a lot of battles. So that's just a cool thing to show. But that's also probably episode 7 and not 8. Yeah. I'm gonna keep playing.
Wait, are we placing these scenes in the teaser or the trailer?
They're what?
Or both?
Say that again.
Are we placing scenes in the teaser or the
no,
trailer?
we're just doing Rand and Isle Waste is what I like latched on to.
We're looking for the waste. Gotcha.
Yeah, I was like, let's
Wasting
just do the
time.
waste. Yeah, that like the waste is probably the the thing I'm probably looking forward to the most in terms of seeing that we kind of will stick closest to the books, I think.
You cannot afford to fail again.
Yeah, I've always
that's definitely before, like episode 1 or something.
Which this? Oh, no, yeah. This is how it's like. There's like two. There's two, right? Like
Nobody can see my poker face there. That was
yeah.
that
Like
was a bad.
Moraine is being carried by Rand, and there's another one where Moraine is being carried by Lan, and I'm like, I don't know where to place those. This seems early though. For some reason,
could be flickers.
This seems like it's out of Rhuidean, and the one with Lan is like El Cardal. Just based on the appearance of the dunes and like daytime versus nighttime or something. But yeah, this just feels like this clothing she was wearing in the rings when she's kind of hanging suspended in the rings. And Rand, I would imagine, carries her out. And this is probably like all of Rhuidean is probably the middle part of the season, right? I don't know if there's one called, I think it's The Road to the Spear. Oh yeah, I didn't actually show the names here. Let me do that. So we know the names. We know that episode 1 is To Race the Shadow, and Golden Eyes is mentioned in the second. This is by what series? But that's episode 7. The rest of them we do not know. But the Road to the Spear is likely that is the Rhuidean chapter in the Shadow Rising, so it probably is episode 4, and where all of the glass columns and the rings stuff happens. So
basically, if Rhuidean is 304, then we're either guessing it's before episode 4 or after episode 4. This is how math works.
Yeah,
so
or it's like the end of 304 where Rand is carrying Moraine out.
Sure.
Like that, like
would it
somewhere.
Be that
I
early?
want to be technical about it.
So it would be that early, episode 4.
Yeah, I mean, the way.
Well, I guess there's only 8 episodes.
Right.
Yeah. 8 episodes. Yeah.
It's like how do you get El Cardal, Lanfear Showdown, the Two Rivers, Moghedien versus Nynaeve, like those are end of book moments and probably end of season moments, and then Rhuidean is just a strong mid-season kind of thing. You could always be like, okay,
maybe keep your eyes peeled, and the dissolve thing is about dissolve your expectations. Keep your eyes peeled. There's 12 episodes this season.
Yeah,
and that's how we fit everything in there.
Exactly. Andrew's saying they will not reach the waste until episode 303. I think they will probably reach it in episode 3, and then episode 4 is going into Rhuidean. And I think Rafe and Yosha have said a few times in I think CCXP that episode 4 is like they're in a different place, a different world, and Rafe has written it. Rafe has, I think, like he said that's one of the things he's been waiting to adapt for a long period of time. So I totally think that's 3 or 4. I think that I agree. Getting to the Isle Waste in 3, Rhuidean in 4, and then having some, the only other waste thing that I wanted to try to place, if we can, is this scene right here. Where is it? I'm just gonna play it so we see it. oh, right here, that one, is Avienda, right? Like,
Yeah.
where does this place? She has, two kind of air spheres, and she, gets puts them on fire. Like, where do we place Avienda fighting someone in the Isle Waste? Does that seem kind of pre-Ruidian, post-Ruidian?
Peri-Ruidian.
Peri-Ruidian.
She's in the columns.
Because she does go to the columns, right? We see another person there, and
she was in the books.
Yeah, but also, like, there's that second person in the rings that, based on what we're thinking, it is her. Could this be her?
It could be. It could be a flashback in one of her ancestors or something, and that's why it doesn't quite look like.
Yeah.
Ayula.
Well, and it doesn't quite fit too, because she's already like wielding the power like that. You know what I mean? And we've had no indication up until till now
that she can.
In show that she's even a channeler. So I think that this might. I think this might be something where it's part of her going into the
right. Unless there's a time jump, right? After Ruiden, there's a time jump, and she's been training as a Wise One apprentice. You're right. Like, why go to over the wall, fight White Cloaks, and not use the power? I don't know. Aiel.
Well, and she was always one. She never, she wasn't all that into being a channeler anyway. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But for the show purposes, that hasn't even been brought up in context with Avienda. So for her to all of a sudden be doing all this stuff, you know what I mean? There's got to be
late.
You got to get her there. You got to get her there.
Yeah, you either got to have like a really good, like, immediate, like, instant explanation for why she can suddenly do this, such as it's a vision, it's some kind of, like, ring flashback or travel to the past type thing, or it's the last episode of the season or something where she has been learning the whole season how to do this.
People were like, Cold Rock's Hold in episode 305 or 306 through. She channels in the waste though multiple times. Let's
in the show?
see.
She hasn't been to this.
Right. Yeah. Again, we from what we know in the show, she's not a channeler. We don't know anything about. We don't
at least
know
not
about,
yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can't just like open up episode 1 with her channeling in the waste, right? Like there has to be a build up to it so that we believe it.
Unless
how can it be Cold Rock's Holding 304 or 305 when we're ready and it's 304? Don't they go to Cold Rock's Hold first? And
I think they might. I think they might.
I guess they come back.
I think they might make it the other way, where they like go back to Cold Rock Hold.
But I agree with Andrew. Like, she could be told in 301 and then doing that stuff by 307.
Right.
But she can't be doing that stuff by 303. That's
like Egwene teaches her, right? Like they're traveling together to the waste. Egwene's like, hey,
Egwene teaches her weapons and stuff.
No, but like fire. Like Egwene knows how to.
Egwene can like barely clean a glass of water.
Egwene is like a weapon. He's like a weapon. Like,
I guess she's
weaponized.
A weapon now because
she was weaponized.
Now,
yeah, she was weaponized totally. She knows how to do.
She knows how to make swords and stuff. Maybe maybe she could teach her. That's a good point.
Yeah, that would be cool, right?
I was just trying to be funny. So
yeah, Abby channels a firewall because a horse on the road to. Okay, there you go. Book accurate, right there. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to see Avi in the channel. But showing us a little bit of that before it actually happens, in terms of wise ones can channel, and how, is she learning how to channel? Makes sense. There's one other one. We've seen a couple of times Egwene wearing this. What looks like to be Wise One apprentice garb, and she's talking to Rand here and saying, "Do you love her?" And they're both crying. And the other one is when they both kind of wake up in the teaser trailer. Is this again, like, where do we place this? Is it pre-Ruidian or post-Ruidian, depending on what looks to be Cold Rock's Hold right here, Melissa? This seems to be like is this post Ruidian or pre? I can't tell based on
Yeah.
where we
I don't,
place.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm kind of wondering if this because this is the scene where she's like, do you love her, right? So I think that I'm wondering if that's I was always going to say that maybe it's part of the either going through the rings or part of their her testing or something because at some point maybe it's when she first kind of stumbles into Telo and Riyadh and she stumbles into Rand's dream and she sees him with Lanfear and then this is
Right.
after they've woken up and then she's like it's because she saw this and so she's like well do you love her so I'm thinking that probably takes place before um probably
Right.
before he goes to Meridian before he goes into the glass columns.
Yeah, so MS is saying, Lesbian noted that the image of Rand crying is not wearing the same outfit in the Egwene crying image of them. Is that the case? Let me just make sure here. So that's Rand. He's wearing like a jacket vest type of thing, right? And yeah, it seems to me that you can't tell, but it can't like it. You don't see like past his shoulders there, but yeah, maybe he is wearing a similar kind of thing, and you just don't see his past his shoulders hair. The lighting and everything else seems to be, that's there. Yeah, it's. I mean, again, you threw a Lanfear in there, you throw Dreams in there, and there could be so many ways this plays out. You see the white sleeve, and then he has an actual jacket. Yeah, I don't. Yes, but I feel like you could argue that you only see till the shadow, and then you don't see past where the actual like shirt is. Yeah, Megan's talking about when they are laying next to each other and waking up in the teaser, freaked out, and yeah, and they're like training, basically doing dream walking training at that time. Yeah, I mean it's going to be interesting how, I do like the thought that you get to the Isle Waste early, like episode 3, and then you have a lot of Egwene getting dreamwalking, Rand going to Meridian, Moiraine going to Meridian, Rand kind of talking to, Ruark and Co. about going to Alcardal, and then probably Avienda learning how to channel, and then culminating in some sort of Alcardal kind of fight towards the end of the season. I mean,
somehow we get the Two Rivers battles in here too. Somehow.
Right. I mean, Two Rivers battle.
And
How's your time to do all this stuff?
I feel like there's going to be a couple episodes where you're going to have like no Two Rivers or Tenchiko, right? Like probably 4 is going to be none of that. 5 is you get to Tenchiko, and 7 is the Two Rivers battle. So 7 is going to be not much Aiel Waste. I mean, they'd have to like minimize a lot of that, and like if they've shown us so much of the Two Rivers battle that I'm like, there must be like that's only like 20% or less of it, right? You have more to show. Like you haven't showed us too much, I'm hoping, in the trailer. And if the whole episode is like 20 minutes plus of battle, that is that's going to be that I feel like episode 7 is going to be like already, if it is
There's only going to be one battle.
I mean, there could be skirmishes, but I feel like there's going to be one big battle, right? Like that's going to be the episode is titled Golden Eyes, episode 7. Like that has to be the big battle where they actually defeat them and win.
The more we talk about this, the more convinced I am we're getting 12 episodes.
I mean, that's why episode 1 is going to be like an hour and 15 minutes long, and it's going to be like Egwene's accepted test, the shredding scene,
Yeah.
I forget how many things there are in there. Elida shows up probably because of everything being teased by Rafe, and the fact that like Elida, like there's an Elida clip apparently.
Then there's Galad and Gawain, and that
Oh yes, exactly. Galad and Gowan
that whole thing. I
are in there.
mean, there's a lot to get. There's a lot they have to get through. So
We haven't seen Patton Fane at all, but I hope he's in the Touriverse. Like, it makes sense that he's with the White Cloaks, and how he's in the book. I like this. The early viewing on the 8th is scheduled for 2 hours. 2-hour episode confirmed. Okay. How long will episode S3 episode 1 be? All right, Brian.
I ordered one of those, those like torture devices where they like hold your eyeballs open for like while they do eye surgery and stuff, so that I won't miss anything. I have eye drops and everything. I'll just watch the whole premiere without blinking.
Yeah, how long
Don't
do you
blink.
think episode
Just
1 will be?
Keep them peeled.
Keep them peeled. Keep them peeled.
Keep them peeled.
Yeah.
Blink and you miss it. There's going to be lots of stuff.
Yeah. I think there'll be cast clips too. But let's say it's 2 hours. Like how long will episode 1 be? I see one Hybrid Havoc put 1 hour 4. Okay, all right, that's pretty exact. Okay, I'm gonna put
hour 15. Because I think with the event on the 8th, that 2 hours, I think there's be some filler in there with
1 hour 15. Okay, I like that.
I think they would just do that to us, put filler in there.
Yeah, of course.
1 hour 5. Add option less than 1 hour. Is there another? Are we gonna say longer, like greater than 1 hour 15? Okay, there you go. Okay. This is the poll. It's not in order just because that's how I thought of it. So 90 minutes, Landman Drakaran. Yep, exactly.
What's a dusty poll?
Yeah. Is it a dusty poll? It's not. It's not.
But you got an hour to hour 14 and then an hour 15.
Yeah, exactly.
And then an hour 16 or more.
Yeah.
More than hour 16.
I got it. Like, someone was like, no, it's exactly an hour 15. That's it. And it's like, no, it's like, those two. Or it's going to be more. I don't think it's a dusty poll.
Less than an hour 15, or it's more than an hour 15, or it's an hour and 15.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And then, or it's less than an hour. I feel like the only thing I should have done is less than. No, I think I got it right. Yeah, less than 1 hour, and then 1 hour to 1 hour 14. Yeah, I think that works out.
I'm boycotting this poll.
And I put an hour and 15.
It.
This has like there's no overlap here. 1 hour 14:30 is not possible.
It's the worst thing you've ever done.
Okay, you got me, Hybrid Havoc. Yes, that is true. The more than 1 hour 14 but less than 1 hour 15 is missing here, and that's it. Yeah, it's yeah, thank you, solid poll. Yeah, it takes a lot of doing. What if it's okay? Yeah, that I think, because it doesn't allow the equal to or greater than. I'm gonna say that's what I meant there. Equal to or greater than 1 hour 16. Yeah. There you go. I think it'll be 1 hour plus credits. Yeah, I mean, we watched season 1.
Maybe you keep your eyes peeled for a post-credit scene.
Right, but like we need the pre-credits before we get the post-credit scene. That's tomorrow. We're not getting an episode tomorrow. I mean, we could be keeping our eyes peeled for March 8th for a post-credit scene. Yeah. You're like, no.
It was a great idea while I was thinking of it.
Yeah.
But after I thought of it, it wasn't a great idea.
Thank you, Danielu. Yes.
You had to workshop it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, workshop it a little bit.
Yeah, I think and Mr. James, August wasn't an option. August is always an option. The problem is August will always win if we put it in the choices. My eyes are going to be all peeled out after tomorrow. That is so true. Yeah, we don't know what they're going to drop. We'll Innkeeper Hatch and I are both likely going to be otherwise indisposed. That doesn't sound right. Is that what I'm trying to say? Otherwise indisposed?
Yeah, that sounds vaguely inappropriate.
Yes. Otherwise busy?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know how this will happen. Could it be that I have like an hour here or there that I could go live? I'm pretty sure Innkeeper Hatch can't. We're both traveling at some point tomorrow, and so will we be able to cover this live? I don't know yet. But definitely look out for our socials here, so we could. There you go. Thank you. Otherwise, occupied, engaged. Otherwise engaged. Thank you. Yes. What time will they drop? What they will drop? You tell us, Andrew. If we knew, we knew. It's. I don't know. What if they drop it at midnight tonight? Yes, but midnight what? That's the thing. Time zones, right?
We need a new poll. Is it going to be released after midnight tonight or before midnight tomorrow?
Okay, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna let my my wonderful poll here, and we have to do this now. Like, so 1 hour to 1 hour 14 minutes. About 45% of people said, yeah. Let's see.
And which time zone is that? After midnight, where?
All right, yeah, that okay.
Or before midnight,
Brian,
where?
When will the peeling drop?
It's always midnight o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Like, what are the options, Brian? Like, if let's pick Pacific. You want to put Pacific
after midnight?
Okay, I'm gonna do after midnight Pacific PT. All right.
And before midnight tomorrow.
No, I'm not doing that. You got to give me another, Melissa. Give me another after midnight or at midnight. I'm just gonna do at midnight.
Midnight to 8 to.
Okay, yeah.
Noon, afternoon.
Okay.
All right.
Noon to 6 p.m. and after 6 p.m.
Midnight to 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to someone tell me 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m. PT. And then 4 p.m. PT
midnight.
to midnight. Yeah. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying and what Brian meant, so you know how to answer this poll. Towers of Midnight Thursday. I like that. Not Throwback Thursday. It's Towers of Midnight Thursday tomorrow. Yes. That's what's happening. This is like 3 years in the making.
This
now.
is the whole reason I come on the
show. Noon GMT. Noon GMT is midnight to 8 a.m. Pacific, I think. If that's what you're going for, Lightblind Full, you should choose that. Let's see here. I've seen 1,000 futures, and in all of them, episode 1 is 1 hour 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it took me a while because I didn't hear it the first time. I thought you were like saying an exact time. And I'm like, yeah, that's a cool poll to do. But yeah. All right. Um, yeah, I don't know if I have like the energy to do a more episode breakdown. I think that was it. I'm like,
Yeah.
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 I think we're gonna end early. Unless Melissa, is there something specifically you were like, I'm really wondering where this falls in all of the, like when is this going to happen? Um, um,
I think we covered the big stuff, I think. I don't know that I guess we didn't talk about Elida and Morgaze. Like when
oh,
do we know when they arrive at the White Tower?
yeah, I
That's
think
probably
so.
early. I guess it's probably early on in this
Gotta be
season.
early, right?
This is episode 2 based on the metadata.
Is
They
it okay?
said
So we know
yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah. They said this is
But
now is. Say that again.
isn't like the coup supposed to be episode 1? Like, aren't like
So I mean, so
badass
what do you
women doing
mean?
badass
What do
things in
you?
episode 1?
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean by the coup? Like, do you mean
Like in the
the?
big fights and stuff?
So the first 15 minutes is the big fight and the Black Aja
But that's the
breakaway.
Black Aja leaving, though.
Yeah,
That's not the coup.
right. So if that's the
No.
first
White Tower.
15 minutes, and then we do see Swan in Egwene's
Oh, she's
accepted
like a
test, so like it can't have happened, right? If that's like there's so many things happening in episode 1, but by the end of episode 1, if that is where the accepted test is happening, Swan is still the Amerlin. So episode 1 is likely not when the coup is happening, based on like that logic. Now, if this is episode 2, it does seem like they're going to the how the
could this be the cold open? But
Or is it
like
a flashback? Or
a
maybe,
coronation? Yeah, like a
yeah, it might be a
flashback cold
flashback.
open.
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, it could be a cold open, but this seems like they're coming to visit um,
But the White
the.
Tower doesn't look damaged at
It
all. So maybe
doesn't.
this is like a cold open or it's or a flashback or something, or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Probably a
so
cold open,
hard. It's
maybe.
so hard to know like when are these things happening.
So
Um,
here's a question for you. Why do you think Queen Morgase is going to the White Tower?
Probably. I mean, it's like. I mean, let me go to you, Melissa. Like, what? Like, I have thoughts on why. There's book kind of references, but like, is there anything that jumps out to you, Melissa? Like, why would Morgase be going? Like, why would the Queen of Andor actually go all the way to the White Tower?
It would have to have something to do with the lane, probably. Um, or if it's some sort, and that's like if they're going there in current time. But if it's a flashback or of some sort, then it could be that she was, traveling on her way somewhere else and came by the White Tower or something. I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest, I don't see any reason, even if it has to do with the lane. I mean, she's the Queen of Andor. Why would she go to the White Tower under any circumstances, really? Oops, I fell.
um,
But
Yeah, yeah, and that's
Brian's like,
kind of
I'm
my
good
point, right?
deflecting. No, I have
yeah.
thoughts. I have thoughts. I mean, Morgase goes to the White Tower to train, right? We know that. Like that's like
Hmm.
she gets the ring. I forget if she actually
That's
like.
when she was young, though. I mean, I think
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this
yeah.
part,
She
she
doesn't
can,
look young here, so like there's
yeah.
she does have White Tower not roots, but at least like she has White Tower
Privileges.
links. But yeah, this does not seem like um, when she went to train at the White Tower. Yeah, and I think this what Jen is saying. She's there like you lost my daughter. Like that's
Yeah.
probably the kind of what she's saying. Um,
I think
and
my point here is like, depending on why you think she's there, that tells you where in the
When,
story
yeah, when
this
it
is
right,
happening,
happens.
right?
Hmm.
yeah.
Like,
This
if
seems
she's
like
there because you lost my daughter and she shows up in episode 6, that's like that's a long time to like wait for Elaine to have been and all of stuff in season 1 or season 2. But
Oh yeah,
if it's yeah, I mean, it kind of has to be early. But if she's coming because there's a threat to the Amerlin's seat and she got wind of it and she wants to talk to Swan about an alliance or something, like, then that could happen later, right? Or if she's coming because I'm sending my daughter to the White Tower, please protect her, then that's a flashback. And Elida has the
yes.
vision. You know, like, there's, depending on why you think she's there, that
Yeah, it's so
could
weird.
put
You
her
know,
anywhere in the 8 episodes.
I'm always like, where does this fall in episode 2? And why is it a flashback if it's a flashback? Like, it's just so, it'd be an interesting choice to do that. And it's possible. But then if she's showing up, is Elaine already gone again? Like, was she there and she's gone again? And she's like, you lost her again? You know, that kind of thing. You know, that like totally be why she's there. And, you know, Elida shows up to, that leads to the coup in a way. It's bookcanon that the rulers go to the tower with the armor calls for them. Even the king of Ilion would go. Right. Again, yeah,
Sure,
there's
but
many reasons.
why are they calling more gifts?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's the question, right? Like, why would
Right.
she be calling? What is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Elaine gets lost a few times in the books, and Elida does go to the tower when she's lost. I forget which time. I feel like it's in the Dragon Reborn. No, it shouldn't. It was probably the first time around. But yeah, it definitely fits with that in terms of going to look for Elaine or checking up on Elaine. I put the raffle out there. I see people are putting it in chat. Exclamation point raffle to win a Dusty Wool mug. Yeah, I don't know when we're going to be live again. Would we be live during our travels in the next week? Is definitely possible. But we don't have anything planned until after next weekend. So, but we will have something. I don't know what it is right now. Innkeeper Hatchet and I have talked about it, and each time we talk about it, we're like, let's get there and we'll figure it out. So yeah, expect, just follow us on socials. We have a few things planned, things that you want to keep a lookout for, but we'll announce it beforehand, and somehow figure out between the two of us not being at the inn and still doing a live stream. We'll figure something out. Melissa, thank you for being here. I know you ran into some difficulties there, but yeah, it was a lot of fun to hang out, and it's like when you think of people like, hey, I must have had you on the show, and it's like, no, first time here, so welcome.
Not officially. Like during Jordan Con, I've popped on, but not not officially. So this is my first official appearance.
Yep, there you go. Officially a Dusty Wheel patron who's now been on as a guest. Yeah, Brian, great to have you again. And hopefully see you soon.
I'm not so happy about it.
No, I was trying to figure out a way. It was like, hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. And and having some fun. And again, yeah, we'll plan some live streams. I think, I don't know. But yeah. I should end this giveaway, right? Probably do that. I'm gonna close entries. Officially official. Yep, exactly. And 8 a.m. On this poll, 8 a.m. midnight. No, which one? 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific. So it's sometime tomorrow. I feel like that's when people want it to drop, and not when it is going to. That'll be interesting. whenever whatever drops. I saw Lightbone Food said Rob, Malky Talks, is planning to cover it, and yes, definitely check that out. I actually have no idea what and how we'll be able to cover it. But whatever it is, keep your eyes peeled out for it. It's Rafe has been teasing it. I am going to pick a winner and say goodnight. There you are. GBRFNC has won a Dusty Wool mug. Is there? Am I missing something here?
Congrats.
Is that woohoo? Yep, I see them in chat. Congrats, yeah. Get in touch. The best way is Discord. You could write on Blue Sky or Twitter, but Discord does seem to be the one where I like keep it in check, so I know. I did send out a bunch of mugs last week, so if you don't get a mug in the next kind of week, let me know. But I feel like I'm caught up, and I've given most of the ones that were pending away, or maybe all of them away. All right. I think that's everything. Brian, Melissa, thank you for being here. And as we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel. And smash the black.
Welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're already. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm not white.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shida Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Pair of like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
This is not just
like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
and
elements.
Just a moment ago,
kind of
Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me. And
probably, I would say, put in 70, 80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no,